Alright guys, welcome back to RandomDIY. In today's episode, I will be showing you how to upgrade your airsoft guns wires from scratch. Not buying those really expensive wire kits from e-bike or Airsplat. Today we're just going to be using regular 10 gauge wire. So tools you're going to be needing are Phillip screwdrivers. I do recommend, if you can find a very thin one like I have here, I also recommend using a mechanics one because you could get the screw on the buffer tube. Next, you're going to be needing wire cutters, electrical tape, clippers, and possibly a multi-tool. Also, a soldering iron and possibly solder. Alright, let's get started. So today I'm using the J&G MK18 Mod 1, and it's a little bit different from most guns, but you could get the concept. So what you're going to want to do is strip down your gun, the buffer tube, your upper receiver. This one, it has pins, so you can easily push them out. Your gun might be a little bit different, but it's the same concept. You just want to remove the thing holding your upper receiver. Next, what you're going to want to do is remove these two screws. Put that to the side. Next, you're going to want to remove your buffer tube. Next, very important, you're going to remove your mag catch. So you're going to unscrew that. And put it to the side. Then you're going to want to unhook your motor. And there's two Phillip screws right down there, so you're going to want to remove those. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, there are pins holding this down. Almost forgot that. Now, my gun, my gearbox has different screws, so I cannot use the Phillips. But most version 2 gearboxes do have Phillips screwdrivers. So all you're going to want to do is remove all these. And then carefully remove this. Alright, now that you have removed all your screws, what you're going to want to do is insert your screwdriver in that hole, which is the spring guide. You want to put tension and you want to uprise. Since this is the first time I've opened this gearbox, I'm going to use the knife to separate it. Alright, now once you have your gearbox open, you want to separate everything. It's not needed. that you have removed all your internals, what you're going to want to do is remove your trigger contacts. This is simply done by a Phillip screw right there. So you remove this. You're going to remove this whole thing, and you're going to want to remember how you put it, because that's exactly how you're going to want to put it back, unless you're rewiring to the front. So since this gun, the gearbox, is the first time, everything is kind of being difficult. Now you remove all your wires. Now this is where it gets very interesting. Now you could get a big roll like this, which I have, or you could get two smaller rolls, whatever, for two different colors. Mine is all gonna be one color. You're going to want to remove the wire that you're going to be replacing. And you always want to make it a little bit longer, not much longer. So what you do is you grab this, you straighten it. You want it as straight as possible to get it very accurate. So I measure it like this. Since it's going up to there, I'm not gonna cut it right there. I'm going to cut it an inch longer. This is going to give me room for errors, and well, mostly errors. And because since I do not know what clips these are, I'm not going to be putting them in the new wire. So I'm going to be soldering the wire to the back of the motors. Alright, you could go replace, measure all and then throw your old wire away, or you could measure, trim down, and solder as you go, which is what I'm going to do so I do not get confused later on, which I prefer to use my multi-tool for because it does have the back piece right there, and I can feel when the rubber is cut. There you go. Alright, now what you're going to want to do is get a little bit of solder. Since I do not have helping hands, I have to do this off the table. Alright, to show you guys. So you're going to want to warm it up with a little bit of solder in there and just let it soak it up. And if it's not soaking up, you could either put soldering paste or just hold it there for a bit. Hold it and then just put solder on top, which will immediately soak it up. And you're going to want to do that for both sides. You want both sides very as short as possible. Because you do not want to you don't want to have very long connections. I'm going to use the motor part. You could have a little bit long, but not too long. And the shoulder side is going to be for the trigger contacts. There you go. And that's what you do for the rest of the wires. Always use the shoulder side. Always to connect it. Okay, now you guys were wondering why you would need the clippers. It's because for the top one, since it does bend down, you're going to want to hold it. I just use it to give it a shape. And that's why I use the clippers, because you do get a nice shape. Now, if you do want a more of it, now you could pull it down like that, and then you have the perfect shape. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is put everything back how it was. Now remember, for this part, it does have a gap, so you're going to want to insert it downwards. Alright, now you want to insert your wire. The smaller one goes inward right there. Flush, as flush as you can. Again, this is where I like to use my pliers. So I push them inside. And then the longer wire, same. Always pushing down. You want everything to be nice and neat and tight. This one will go all the way to the back. Okay, this wire, you're going to want it. It's the more complicated one. Pretty common. It's the one that always gets me a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. When I mean a lot. So what you want to do? These two are always flush. You always want these two as flush as possible. Alright. Next, you're just going to want to put everything back. Clear pretty good. Now, what you're gonna want to do is put all your screws back, and we're done with the inside of the gearbox. Alright, now you grab your motor and then you just put a dab of solder in each of the pins where they used to be connected. There you go. Alright, now once you have added your solder to your pins, you're going to want to grab your gun and just solder it. Alright guys, and that's it. All you do is put everything back. I do recommend putting tape right there, just so it doesn't move. You could put tape all around, but I like it like that. And that's it. That's all you need to rewire your gun from scratch. Thank you for watching. Please rate, subscribe down below. Comment down below what you would like to see next, and see you next time.